Hey, good luck. Yeah, you too. How's it going, bud? We're good? We're good.
Pretty.
Let's go, bud. You too, bud. You too, for sure. All right, well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to game number 2, back half of a home at home. We are now in the Milton Sports Center to play our back half. Yesterday we played, and if I slide ahead to the standings from yesterday, you will see right there, 4-2 for your Oakville Rangers. Shots on the day yesterday were 35-26, but the game was still a little bit all over the place. Wasn't exactly our typical style of play for either one of the teams. I'm on a live mic right now. So, we can move over. No, I can just go right there. I'll get out of your way. Okay. Are you good there? I'm good. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so the shots yesterday were 35-26. The game was, as I was saying, wasn't really a typical style game for either team. It was a little bit less physical. It was a little bit less of a physical contest. It was a little bit more scramble style, and we had quite a long break, and they had a really busy weekend. You can be sure that both coaches went back and reset everything on yesterday's game and looked at it, trying to get back to exactly the type of play that they were looking at before, and kind of get back onto what the coaches are looking for in playoff style hockey. So, to lead us out of the gate on that one today will be Fanase on the dot. It's going to be Stacy left side, Reisner right side, Hilton 2 on D, and in goal will be Declan Ralph. And those are the starters that are going to set the tone for this contest. We have got just 3 games. This one, and then a home at home against the Guelph Griffin, and then we're up to quarterfinals.
No, we got 2 more after that. Brampton and Burlington.
Oh, Brampton and Burlington Eagles, so 4.
Yeah.
4 after this one. I apologize, I didn't turn the page. Thank you, thank you for that catch. So 4 after this one, and then the quarterfinals. All these games matter. We are looking to set a physical tone, physical presence, and play our brand of hockey from here to the end. Now, they've got 10 on the clock, not 15, so we'll see there. Yesterday we played 15-15, today we're playing 10-15. So we'll see it. Puck is dropped, up into the neutral zone. Milton will clear it in. If you want to slide this up to here, you're good. Because if I'm here, I'm going to cut your shot. Right? Yeah, you're good. Slide it right in, you're all good. Play is called there on the icing. Play will be pushed down to the left of the Milton goaltender. Fanase will take the draw. Stacey will kick it back to the blue line. Shot in on net, no rebound. Reset on the same dot, they'll try that again. Puck goes down in the corner, goes swept around to the far side. In on net, patted away. Fenacier down in the corner. Stacy comes in to give him a hand. He'll flick it back up to Hogeboom. Good to see Hoagie back in the lineup today. Hoagie has missed what feels like a month's worth of hockey. He was out for just a 3-game suspension, but we were off on a 14-day break, so it's like been forever for that guy. And so he is so excited to get back in the lineup. Stacey jumps on the loose puck, rolls just out of reach. Boys are head to the bench to get a lineup change. So Hoagie's definitely a guy that we're going to keep our eyes on today, looking for a game out of him. Centered towards the net. Am I going to be in your way now if I'm here? You're good? Okay, no, wherever you want. Okay. Face off will be down. You can slide back over if you want. Lambert will take the jaw. Rukowskis and Fistel up front. Down in the corner. Milton cut off on the high boards. Now they'll skate it up ahead, one-on-one. Policelli, last man back. He'll block the shot. He goes down as it got inside the padding. It looks like puck goes towards the net. Redirected, but Declan will get the paddle down and cover it up. I was looking back through my notes. Today is the first day since January 10th that we have had a full roster with no call-ups, no injury reserves, no concussions, no sickness, nothing. January 10th. That's a while. Puck going around the back of the net. Kingsley will push it up to the hash boards. Milton will get first touch on it. They'll knock it down, get sent back in the corner for Eason. Once the break's on, back up the other way. Referee kind of makes him pull up a little bit. Gets sent back into the corner. Kingsley will push it up the hash marks again. Harvey trying to get it out. Loose puck high in the zone. Bouncing puck gets out over the blue line. Loose puck gets sent in towards Declan. He'll kick it up to England. Settle things down, boys. Puck goes far side. Loose puck in the zone. They're trying to jump on it. Kingsley's going to skate it in over the line. He'll pull up, looking across. Quick shot in on net. Misses on the far side. Kenty will catch up to it. Kenty will go to the open corner, far side. Up to the hash marks, tied off by Ing. Hits the referee, doesn't get out. Puck scores to the far side. Arms in the air. Icing will be the call. 7:23. Everything okay there, Daryl?
Yeah.
We got off to a bit of a shaky start. The guys in the truck had a rough one this morning. But we're good. We're good. How's it going, bud? Things are good?
Yeah.
How's it going, Nate? You too, bud. Things good? Good seeing you. Fenacier on the dot. We got Reisner and Ian Oxley on the wings. Playing with the 10th forward. Like I said, we've got a full roster. Milton coming down the side. They're going to try to cut to the middle. Good piece of back check in there to break up the play. Tied it up in the corner. It'll come up the blue line, not out. Point shot. Oh! The puck came off the inboards on the shot. Puck came in off the inboards and popped up as a backdoor pass to a wide open cage. So at the 7:01 mark of the first period, Milton will strike first. Lambert. Stacey will pick up the puck on the faceoff. He'll kick it back to D. Ring wide for Rukowskis. He'll cut the middle. Stacey's with him. Rukowskis being ahead for Stacey, just ahead of it. He'll fire it in on the side of the net. Puck will go far side up the blue line. He scored out of the zone. Back to Policelli. Policelli up for Lambert. Lambert up for Rukowskis. Bouncing puck. Boys will stand him up on the blue line. Out in front. Into the corner, puck gets scored around to the far side. Rakowskis is there, chipped out, trying to get forward on it. Oh, big hit down there by Rakowskis, and they'll go through. Lambert going to cut to the middle. Puck is turned back in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck, squirts out. They got pressure on, chipped off the boards. Fissel will cover it up. We've started a little tiny bit flat, but the boys are starting to pick up the pace now with a little bit of extra physicality. As Eason will slide it up through the neutral zone, it gets caught up into a skate. Shot is in on Ralph, he'll hang on to it. Hi, Sweet Pea. Face off down and to the right of Ralph. Oakville on the jaw, but just tied up on the hash mark. Back down deep into the corner below the goal line. They'll slide it. Milton grabs it on the bottom of the circle. Swept around to the open corner up to the hash marks. Fissel will get there on first touch. He's going to skate it out of the neutral zone. Cutting up through the middle. He'll cut to the left-hand side. Trying to turn the corner. Gets a piece. Center and pass out front. Puck comes high in the zone. Milton will get out. Puck squirts ahead all the way down as Hoagie will slide back and pick it up. He'll backhand it around for Hills. Puck squirts by. Kenty will chip it ahead up to the hash marks. Fissel up in the zone but not out. Then around the back of the net. Center and pass up front hits a skate. Center and pass, point blank out front, another shot, doesn't make it through traffic, up into the feet. Harvey trying to get loose. The physicality department just started to go up a notch. As Fissel comes out, he's going to slide it ahead for Harvey. Coming down the right-hand side. Little will pick it up around the back of the net. He'll send it behind the zone, doesn't get out. Loose puck. He caught him in the feet. Milton will grab it in the corner. Bouncing puck. Just knocked down. Milton will turn it on the right-hand side, trying to cut to the middle. Down around the back of the net. Little will kick it back to far side. And we've got an arm in the air. Head contact is the call. I didn't see who it was, but a Milton player is making his way. So, question is 2 or 4. He was called 2. So 2 minutes for head contact. Time of the call is at 3:31. Face-off will be down and to the left of the Milton goaltender, finishing off the line changes. Lambert's going to take the draw. Lambert gets kicked out of the circle. Rakowskis will take it. Tied up into the feet. Puck comes up the blue line. Up to the line, not out. Easton will go across for Rakowskis. Rakowskis trying to get her across the slide to the middle. Lambert back up to Iannacci at the blue line. Back down for Lambert. Lambert back up for Iannacci. Cross for Ing at the blue line. Shot doesn't make it through. Loose puck. Rakowskis will pick up the rebound. Go down around the back of the net for Lambert. Lambert keeps it in the feet. Milton pressing in. Second guy in. Rakowskis steps in to give him a hand. Puck is tied up in the inboards. Keep it down there, boys. Keep it down there. Puck comes loose. Milton gets first touch on it. Up to the line. Not out. Kingsley will send it straight back in, but it goes off the hash marks. They'll airmail it up and down. Everybody will head to the benches. Stacey will pick up the puck in the neutral zone as he curls up the left-hand side. He'll cut through the middle. He'll come back for Rakowskis. Rakowskis back to Stacey. Down in the corner. For Eason, behind the slot, quick shot. Back up for Kingsley. Kingsley will fire it down towards the net. Center and pass gets picked off. Up to the blue line, just out. 30 seconds remaining. Bit of a broken play there. Outlet is broken up. We'll have to reset and try that again. Kenji's going to come out with some steam. Trying to skate his way down. Gets inside, cuts to the middle. He's through past everybody. Down low though, center pass for Stacy. Quick shot. Oh, off the crossbar. He was point blank and puts it off the crossbar. Big hit. That is not a penalty. He had his hand on the puck. That is not a penalty. He was carrying the puck. Calls it tripping. It's not tripping. That was body to body in the slot with the puck carrier carrying the puck. That is a straight up hockey play. You can't call that. If he tripped him, fine. I'll go back and watch the replay, but that was body up top. It was a big hit. I get it, but they're playing contact hockey. I will not complain about officiating. It's been a while since I complained about officiating. Today might be the day. Today might be the day. Face off down low. Coach had a long chat with the referee explaining the rules to him. Don't know if he's going to listen or not, but we'll see. All right, face off down and to the left of Ralph. Nasse on the draw, he'll win it back to Bolotelli. He'll go up and to the line. Matt's going to give chase. Closing that gap in a hurry. Offside as he pulled the juke. A little too late. Lots of jostling after the whistle. These two teams know each other well and they don't want to give each other an inch. And there's not a lot of love lost. 45 seconds remaining in the opening period. Minute 43 to the penalty. Puck goes into the open corner. Policelli will fire it up on the boards. Broken away. Fanasse will fire down and high sticking as it's knocked down out of the air and followed up with a touch. So that's going to pull the face off outside the zone nearest us. On the opposite end of the neutral zone, Reisner will take the draw with Chotar. Chotar, sorry, apologies. Reisner was giving chase on there, pushed him all the way back down behind the net. That'll kill some good time. Now they're coming up the right-hand side. Gets turned back on the line. He didn't come back to the line. That was funny. Off the skate. Milton player went down, held the line, but he was standing 6 inches inside of it. That's okay. Minor stuff. Had no effect on the play as time expires in the opening period. Milton with the lone goal that came at the 7:01 mark off the point shot from high right side slot, went off the end boards, popped out backdoor pass to the open cage, and that is where we stand. Shots in the first period were 5 for the Rangers and 4 for Milton. Thanks, Members. So the format today is 10-15-15, which means we will not have a flood at the second period. Some centers are doing 3:15s. That's a mandatory flood. So this is going to be a lot of hockey and in a hurry. Coaches have handed out their assignments, and I'm sure those assignments are check, 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 check. Play hard. Win the battles on the boards, boys. Win the battles on the boards and skate your tail off. and then follow your game plan and let the game come to you. Fanasi will take the draw. Puck goes down in the corner. Ingsley will fire it up in the neutral zone. Into the feet, broken up. It gets sent deep into our territory. Wrapped around the boards. Sent back the other way to the open corner. Milton will pick it up. And they'll let it slip out over the line. D to D pass around the horn. They'll come back the other way. Bouncing puck. There you go. Did he just... Hey, bud, how's it going? Did they just call us on icing? Did they just call us on icing? They did. They called us icing. So we're gonna have a face-off at center ice. It's not a goal. It's an officials face-off. They blew it icing, but we're on a power play. So I will not complain about officiating. Puck comes back to center. Kick back down. Hoagie will fire it up. No whistle on that shoot-in. 5 seconds left. Kenty's at the gate. Gates open. We are back to even strength. Milton will shoot it in the right-hand side. Get that puck in deep all the way down. Press up in the corner. Rakowski's trying to get the puck out of the zone. Ties up his man. Puck is loose. Up in the neutral zone. Rakowski's putting pressure on. Ianacci around the corner. Puck tied, but the hash mark's loose. Rakowski stepped to the slot, trying to get inside. Can't quite get free. Gets pulled down, no call, while the stick is wrapped up in his feet. Seems suspicious. Sorry, I've got a bit of an attitude today. I'll try to keep my comments to myself. Up in the neutral zone. Down around the end boards. Hilty looking for an option. He'll go back the other way for Hogaboom. Icing will be the call unless they wave it. It barely gets there. Trying to place that shot rock in the house. It's going so slow. Puck is up in the neutral zone. Hilty got lost without the stick. Still takes his man out of the play. Does it again. Good job there. Puck is up out of the zone. Puck is up over the crossbar, up to the hash marks, at the line. Kenty will come around the bottom of the net. Catches an edge there with the pressure on. Hilty working down around the bottom of the net. They'll come back up to the blue line. Quick shot in on net, gloved and held by Ralph. Fresh lines out. Fanasi is going to take the draw down into the left of Ralph. Milton back to the blue line. Shot in, deflected under the pad. Stay there, bud. He didn't know where it was, but he had it under his knee. Those are tricky. Face out back on the same dot again. Fanasi on the dot. Puck is loose, backhanded towards the net. Loose puck on the rebound. It gets sent up. Reisner. And on the corner. Center pass in the slot. Quick shot. And a huge save by Ralph as Milton was mid-slot and alone in time for a good shot. They got a bullet off, but into the body, so they held on to it. Down to the right of Ralph. Off the draw, trying to kick it forward. Gets stalled on the hash marks. Milton will kick it down in the corner. Center and pass goes off the skate, hits the back of the net, up on the apron. Whistle will catch it. 11:33 remaining in the second. Still just the one goal here. Face off down to the right of Ralph. Lambert on the drop. Milton back to the blue line. Puck is loose. Fissel trying to get loose with it. Couldn't quite do it. Quick shot. Milton's got us a little bit pinned in here. Milton comes away with it down the corner. They'll bring it back up to the blue line. Knocked down in front of the net. Eason slides it up for Rakowskis. Rakowskis out for Fissel. Fissel with some room. Bouncing puck. Down in the open corner. Eason will jump up on the pinch there to keep the puck in deep. Slides down in the corner. Rakowskis doing some work there as well. The puck slides out into open ice in the middle of the zone. Lambert trying to stay with it. Puck goes wide side. Eason will put the brakes on down in the corner. He'll chip it off the boards for Harvey. Got some options. Harvey will shoot it in. Everybody gets the line change. Get some fresh legs out. Milton skating up the middle. Pass doesn't connect. Inachi will bang it off the boards. Puck is out in the middle. Kenty's going to jump on the loose puck. Just hung up on the blue line. Tries to slide over for Harvey, but couldn't quite move on it. Milton coming down the right-hand side. Boys double teamed in the corner to lock that play up. Hilty will come away with it. He'll chip it off the boards, but he played it up on the right-hand side. A little bit of traffic there. Icing is waved. It's a hot puck. We got two guys deep in the zone. Milton cuts down deep into the zone. They get turned back. Big crash in the corner. Quick shot. Deflected. Stacy will pick up the loose puck, trying to turn in the zone. He's looking up ice. Slides it up for Kenty. Kenty will fire to the open corner. Slides ahead for Milton. They're trying to get through to a Hokie, trying to break it up, and he does. Puck slides inside of the net. Fanasi trying to break it up. Quick puck. Shot in on net. Loose puck. Rebound. Scramble. Looked like bowling pins in the blue ice there for a second, but everybody stays on the right side of a retaliation, so no whistles. Ralphie's gonna pull his helmet off, talk to the referees for a little bit, make sure everybody catches their breath. Everybody's having a bit of a laugh down there. I'm not sure what was said, but they're laughing about something. Face-off is going to be to the left of Ralph. Fanasi is going to take it. He's got Reiser and Stacy with Little and Policelli. Puck is sent back in the corner. Policelli will get a piece of it up to the hash marks. Bouncing puck. Off the end boards, Policelli will slide it back around the corner. Cross ice feed from Reisner. Around the net, Policelli up to the hash marks. Bouncing puck behind the slot. Into the heels. They'll have to return it again. Off the boards. Fanasi trying to catch up to it. He's almost there. Knocks his guy off the puck. He'll maintain possession. Waiting for help to arrive. Milton comes away with it. There's an arm in the air. It's going to be on Oakville. And the call is head contact on Fanasi. Length of the penalty will be served as 2 minutes. Time of the call, 7:30. Oakville wins the draw. They'll kick it the full length of the ice. Down around the end of the boards, Chotar doing a good job of putting pressure on down there low, keeping that puck down in the zone. Now they'll come up in the neutral zone for it, trying to get down the right-hand side. Easton will push the pressure on. They'll dump the puck to the open corner. Puck will slide up and out of the zone. Hello, Sweet Pea. Mwah. Broken up on the entry down the right-hand side. Hung up on the line. Easton gets a piece of it. He'll slide up for Chotar. Chotar trying to get it over the line. Now they'll move it up. Hits a body on the way out. They'll go around the horn. Milton will come down the right-hand side. Down to split up the middle now. But the extra juke will throw him offside. The game started getting really chippy for a little bit there towards the end of this first period. Then it seems to have slowed down again. And everybody seems to be on their heels. These one-goal games, one-goal games mess with you emotionally. One team is fighting it on one end of it, and the other team is fighting on the other end of it, and just one play changes everything. Oh, bouncing puck just got stalled. They both overskated it. Trying to cut to the middle. Milton around the back of the net, trying to get set up on the power play here. There's 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Bottom of the circle, center and pass skips through. Rakowskis trying to slide that puck through. He'll kick it up into the neutral zone. Milton on the far right side. 15 seconds on the penalty. Fanasi standing with his hand at the gate, ready to go. Big hit down in the corner. Hoagie will fire it up. Does not get out of the zone. Gate is open, even strength. They're in down low. Play is broken up, gets into the feet. Fanasi come down the right-hand side. He cuts to the middle. He's got some help up there with him. Fiscal Rakowskis. He'll cut to the outside, bottom of the circle, looking for an option. Round back of the net, looking. He'll kick it back down in the corner for Fissel. Fissel out front for Rakowskis. Tries to go around the back of the net. Puck comes up in the neutral zone. Little for Harvey, Harvey for Kenty. Kenty on the right, trying to cut to the middle. Puck goes off a leg on the shot, down in the corner. Harvey out front, puck skips straight through the blue ice. Gets sent back into the feet. Iannacci from the circle, shot with a rebound. Gobbled up by Milton. And shot the length of the ice, arm in the air. Icing is the call at 4:20. Face off to the right of Milton's goaltender. Kenty on the draw with Iannacci and Harvey up front. Into the inboards, broken up. Puck slides right out in the middle. Harvey catches up to it. He'll fire it down into the open corner. Milton will catch up to it first, though. Puck is fired into the open corner from the far side. Little catches up to it, and the hash mark's trying to center it out for Kenty. They get a big tangle up. Harvey's going to slide it out to the middle. It gets knocked down into the feet. Harvey pushes it down in the corner, takes it in the feet. Broken up. Kenty comes away with it on the circle. Quick shot, rebound. Inachi brings it up to the blue line. In around the end boards. Puck slides all the way up to Little. Little will hold the zone. Kenty on the backhand. Puck goes in over the back of the net. Wrapped all the way around the boards. Milton coming back the other way. Quick shot in on net, misses around the back. Tied up at the blue line, sent around the back. Boys have been out there for a while. They'll be looking to get to the gate as soon as they can get out of the zone. Policelli, there's like 4 of them in there now. Kenty and Policelli are together. Puck squirts loose. Policelli will grab it. He'll come up the boards. It squirts out over the line. Hung up at the blue line. Bouncing puck. They'll sweep it to the far side. So there's lots of pushing and shoving. There's a penalty being called. So we're going to get served on the retaliation penalty there, for sure. But the coaches are talking to them about how that thing started, and there was something going on there that the players took exception to. I can guarantee you one thing, it won't do anything good for the physicality of this game, which is definitely going to pick up now. But because a punch was thrown, that was deliberate head contact, which is a resulting double minor. So 4 minutes are on the clock for the penalty.
Let's go, Ralph! Let's go!
All right, dust has settled. Face-off will be down and to the left of Ralph. Lambert on the draw. And the puck is immediately cleared over the line. I told you it wasn't going to do anything for the physical aspect. It's going to get rough, and they're going to send 2 of them. So Kingsley will go in on the boarding call, but they'll get a retaliation call, so that's going to end up as coincidental minors. I'm telling you, composure is everything, and they're struggling with composure right now. If they don't get themselves sorted, this is going to be a long third period.
Can't keep them close to the same, guys.
So we're waiting to see how they're going to call that. So they've listed it, I think they've listed it as 2 5-minute majors. No extra time has gone up on the clock for penalties. So we're still playing 5-on-4 hockey. No, so they called them both as 2-minute minors, coincidental. No majors were issued. I think a lot of people thought it was a clear-cut boarding call. I'd like to see it on the replay. I thought he turned a little bit. Maybe that's why it wasn't listed as a major. But everybody in the stands is pretty hopping over it, so we'll just let this play out here. As Rakowskis comes down the right-hand side, he'll shoot it in, down to the hash marks. Centering pass, slides out. As we're in the last minute in the second period here at the blue line. And Ralphie will scoop it up. 48 seconds remaining in the period. Fanasi on the draw. Puck comes back to blue line for Milton. They'll fire it in. Rebound cleared away. Milton again. Another shot. Covered up.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
On the draw, Fanasi gets a piece of it, enough to slip that puck forward. He'll slide it all the way down the ice. Reiser in the end board is doing a good job of keeping that puck down there low. Broken up on the entry. Milton around the back of the net. Up in the slot, quick shot. Off the weak point shot that stayed low and just slipped in under everything. But nonetheless, in the second period with 8 seconds remaining, so we are now back to even strength hockey. 8.3 seconds remaining. So a little bit of a hole to dig ourselves out of here in the third period, and tensions are running high. Shots in the second period, only 2, which checks 8 for Milton. So low shot clock in the second period, and then a lot of extra physical play. And you want the physical play, but you don't want the add-on retaliation component. Composure is everything. You need to be physical. You need to check in the lanes. You need to play hockey hockey the right way and play it strong. And body checking is a huge part of that because it shuts down and advance and closes and opens up lanes where you need them and want them. But when things get hot, retaliation can change the face of the game in a hurry, and then it turns into something else. So, go out there now for 15 minutes and play your tails off. A 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Anything can happen. Kenty on the draw. Bouncing puck. Trying to get out of the zone cleanly. It's into the feet. Milton from the top of the circle. Stacey will come away at the bottom of the circle. He'll go up in the neutral zone. Looking for Harvey. Pass skipped through. Stacey will pick off the pass. He'll come back. They miscued just a little bit. So they'll try and reset. Get out of the zone, dude. They can't touch it. Face-off is going to be down to the left of Milton. With the point shot is tipped just over the crossbar. Back up the blue line. Easton will kick it down in the low slot. Bouncing puck, quick shot, in tight, loose puck, scores! Early in the period will change the face of things in a hurry. So 13:47 in the third. I'm not sure who scored it. I believe it was Fissel. It was Fissel from Lambert. Lambert will come back and take the draw. Puck is tied up in the face-off circle. Gets into the feet. Kick back to Kingsley. He'll bang it off the boards. Up in the neutral zone. Gets up into the feet. Fissel with the forecheck. Breaks it up. Has on the stick. They'll shoot it in on net. Wide of the goal. Around the side of the net. It hit the side of the net. Trying to center it out front. Into the feet. Two will pick it up. He'll play it off the end boards. Fissel will catch up to it. Puck is knocked loose. Try to slide it ahead. Up for Fissel on the left-hand side. He'll skate it down. He'll fire it in deep in the zone. Puck is loose. Fanasi trying to catch up to it. Breaks it up. Kenty's there with them. Sliding it through. Sorry, Wachowskis. Apologies. Bouncing puck. Knocked down in the feet. They're trying to catch up to it. Up in the zone, broken up at the line, and now it's out.
Did they just score? Yeah, like 10 seconds for it?
Puck is fired in deep. They got a man on. Kingsley does the work in the corner. Two tries and ties it up, pushes it at the other side, out of the line. Matt puts pressure on. They have to fire to the open wing. Kingsley will grab it. Fonacier will chip it up for Chotard. Into the feet. Up in the neutral zone. There's like 3 missed calls on both teams there. I'm not sure what's happening with the officiating, but it's a bit of a mess. Bouncing puck. coming up through. Dumped all the way in. Pass it behind. Penty trying to sweep it in. Oakville will chip it forward. Loose puck down in the zone. Down around the back. Push the open corner. Slips up the blue line, not out. Bouncing puck up the circle. Harvey holds the line. Little holds the line. Down in the corner, Iannachi pushes the guy down the corner with him. Penty slides in. He'll pin it up against the boards. Now he'll come back up for Hoagie at the blue line. It hit the referee. That was a clear blue line pass. The referee let it hit him in the skate. You got to move it the way, bud. All the way down, round and up to the blue line. Sent back in. Hogaboom will stand his guy up in the corner. Back up the blue line. Point shot is tipped. Doesn't make it through the traffic. Not too bad. Push around in the corner. Iannachi will catch up to it. Hilty will gather. He'll slip it to the open corner for Harvey. Harvey, he's going to skate it out of the zone. Pass gets picked off. Shot is blocked. Shot is deflected wide of the net. Hoagboom will catch up to it. He'll wrap it around. It gets outside. Everyone heads straight to the bench. Fresh lines out for everybody. .45 on the clock, 1 goal a game. Lambert, Stacy, Bukowskis. Puck comes up the line and slides out. Broken up in the neutral zone. Lambert's going to slide back down the hash marks. Kick back up. Round the hash marks, up to the far side. I didn't actually see the hit, so I can't comment on it one way or the other. With what? The stick or the puck? I didn't see any of it. I was looking more neutral zone. You missed it? Fissel. Nice goal. We're just going to give this a second here while the trainer gets down and looks. It's Policelli that's down, right? Yeah, Policelli's down. We'll give him a minute here. There doesn't seem to be any panic, which is good. But they're going to take their time there for a second. This physical aspect has been a huge part of this game today, but retaliation has been creeping in, and that is the name of the game at this age. Physical play is a huge part of it, but physical play without retaliation, I've said it before, it matters. You've got to be able to take a hit or give a hit and then continue on and make your play and then not turn back in for added on. They've called head contact, was it 2 or 4? They've listed it as 4. So 4 minutes. Listing it, that would be intentional head contact. That's the differentiator. Is incidental or intentional. So 4 minutes listed on the clock. 9:12 remaining. 2-1 is the score in favor of Milton. Fissel comes back up to the blue line. Lambert cuts the middle. Top of the circle. Quick shot goes off the leg. Kingsley, last man back. Breaks it up. Good job on the back check to Mr. Ng. Lambert in over the line. He'll dump it in deep. Up to the hash marks. Bukowskis slides it at the bottom of the circle. They will clear it away. Ainsley's gonna come down through, center and pass, kick that in the corner, back up to the blue line. Lambert, top of the circle, slides in, quick shot. Gets caught up in the equipment of Milton player and he hangs on to it. Face off will be down and to the left. Fanasi on the draw. Puck goes down in the corner for Milton. Back up to the blue line. Not it. Puck is loose. Cleared away. Hogaboom up for Fanasi on the miscue. They'll push it back down in the corner for Hoagie. Nice meeting, down into the corner. Extra players. Now they're going to skate it up into the zone, up in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck, skip that over. Easton will catch up to it. Bottom of the circle, he'll take it on the bottom of the net. Got tipped through on the neutral zone. Icing is waved off down on the back of the net. We got to get a little bit organized. Puck is in on net, loose puck, shot. Rebound goes wide. Back up at the blue line. Puck goes down in the corner. Guys will catch up to it. He'll come back up for Hoagie at the blue line. Puck is shot in on net. The puck is loose and then covered up. We're going to face off down low with 1:45 remaining. Face-off will be to the right of the Milton goaltender. Puck is loose up to the blue line. Not out, down for Harvey, bottom of the circle. Shot misses on the short side, Iannacci. We got an arm in the air, and it's going to be on. I didn't see that call either, so I have no idea what happened. I have to watch every replay. 6:45 remaining. So now we are in the box for two. They have 1:33 left on theirs. So they will have a 27-second penalty when they clear. Face-off is in our end and to the right of Ralph. Quick shot misses on the short side. Harvey trying to slide it out with a little on the far side, doesn't connect. Hogaboom comes away with a 3-on-2, come back the other way. Bottom of the circle, quick shot, loose puck, rebound, side of the net. Hiltzy does a good job to get back to break up the play. They'll fire that around the back of the net. Milton will catch up their first poke out by Hogeboom. Milton coming up the left-hand side. They'll fire up through the neutral zone. Side of the net, in tight, cleared away off the doorstep. Going back the other way. Kenty down the boards, up to the red line, hung up on the blue line, denied entry. And now they'll be pulled on the offside. 5:23 remaining, 11 seconds to Milton's penalty, 38 to the Oakville penalty. Lambert on the draw. Kingsley will push it up in the neutral zone. Bukowski is trying to get loose with it. Everybody overskates the puck. Tied it with the hash marks, up in the line, can't get out cleanly with it. We've got 10 seconds left on the power play for Milton. Policelli's got his hand on the gate. Policelli will go straight to the bench. Shot is fired around the boards. Milton down in the corner. Kingsley will clean it up. Sorry, Eason. Puck slides ahead. Kingsley will go off the boards. Catch up to him, Bud, catch up to him. Stacy catches up to him just inside the zone. They'll fire it down in the corner. Out front, Bukowskis, Eason. Sorry, Fonacier tried to turn on it, puck goes down in the corner. Up to the blue line, it will skip through. Cross for Fonacier. Oh, that was close to too many men as their player had not yet stepped off the ice. Puck goes down around the back of the net. Policelli trying to push it forward. Down around the back of the net. Reiser will backhand it up for Fonacier. Just about 3 minutes as the whistle is blowing left on the clock in this 2-1 game. Time of the goals were in the first period, 7:01 for Milton. In the second period, 8 seconds remaining for Milton. 13:47 just into the third period. Fissel put us back to a 2-1. We're now sitting with 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the game. Face off to the left of Ralph. Kenty on the draw. Puck is hung up on the dot. Kick to the far side. Harvey will get first touch. He's going to try and chip it out. Doesn't get out cleanly. Cross ice feed for Fissel. Fissel's going to skate it through the zone and punch the move on at the last second to throw the winger off. By just a hair. Kenty on the draw right in front of us here. Kenty's been booted from the circle. Fissel has to take it. Picked out by Harvey in the slot. Quick shot. Big save there by the Milton goaltender as Harvey was left all alone right in the middle. Gets off a good shot up high. Puck is fired in deep. Kenton picks it up deep in our zone. Puck is far side for Fissel. Little over 2 minutes remaining in the game. Cross ice feed, doesn't connect. Harvey will backhand it up for Kenty, high in the zone. Hung up in the snow right at the gate. Harvey's going to skate it out down the right-hand side. People dumping in softly for the jump and chase into the end boards. Kenty goes in, Fissel comes away with it. They'll put the brakes on, trying to come back the other way, into the feet, quick shot, bouncing puck, rebound, loose puck. Minute and a half remaining. They'll go around the boards far side. Down the right-hand side. Up for Hogenboom at the blue line. The puck skipped over his stick. Ralph trying to get out of the net, but the puck took a hop. He came all the way back. He couldn't leave. Come up now, buddy. Start to creep up. Lambert coming down the right-hand side. In over the line. Puck is loose, far side. Scramble in the neutral zone. 30 seconds on the clock. All the way back. We're going to have time for one series play, but you're going to have to connect the dots on it. Trying to get loose onto the Sigma Milton player in tight. Good save there by Ralph, but now we're loose down in the corner. 20 seconds on the clock. Do not get a face-off down there. Get it out, get it out, get it out, skid it out, skid it out. Coming down the middle, sliding it ahead for Bukowski's jumped in deep in the corner. And that's going to do it. And Milton will turn ahead with the win for the first time this season. As the boys head back to the bench, don't make their way into the dressing room. Let me slide ahead, let me know when we're up there. All right, so you can see now that our next game will now be on Friday night, the 27th, is going to be against Guelph in Guelph for the first game of a home-and-home Friday and Saturday. Shots in the third period were 9 for the Rangers and 3 for Milton, 15 overall to 16 for your Rangers. Thanks, McGinnis, appreciate it. So that's it. So we will be in Guelph Friday night, 7:15 for the first game of a home-and-home. Until then, swing by our Instagram feed at Oakville Rangers U14A 2012_2025 or our YouTube feed at Oakville Rangers U14A. Till then, thank you very much for tuning in to FSN, the home of your Oakville Rangers, and we will chat soon. Enjoy the rest of your week.